What's up? What's going on? Hide and read. Here to wrap up some of the books I've been reading recently. Got a pile here. Let's get right into it. Jack Finney, The Body Snatchers, 1954, was also I Am Legend. Richard Matheson. I reviewed both of these in one video. You can hear me talk all about it on the channel. I enjoyed both of them. If I had to pick one over the other, I think I would take the Body Snatchers story, but I like the overall setting of I Am Legend better. That's a non-committal answer. I'll take Body Snatchers, Jack Finney. Both good reads. Both quick, solid, fast, enjoyable reads. How about that? This was enjoyable. Bleach. Volumes 1, 2, and 3. This was a gift from Ian, the Pizza Rat. He sent me some books at the beginning of the year. I've read a couple of them. And now I'm on to Bleach. So, very cool. This is like a must-read kind of series that, truthfully, I wouldn't seek out because it's like kind of cartoony. And, yeah. While I don't necessarily have a problem with that, it's just not something that I'm that into, to be honest. And but what do I mean by cartoony? Kind of just like silly, but it's actually silly enough that I'm laughing at stuff on a printed page. So whenever I laugh, like literally laugh out loud at ink on a page, I think something's going right whenever I feel like that. So yeah, Bleach volumes 1, 2, and 3. Enjoyed it thus far. If I get all the way up to 9, I'll do a review for that part of the series. But there's like 70 volumes in this series. Yeah, so I don't know if I'll read the whole thing, but it's good to know that. Good to be familiar with that series if you're a fan of manga. Anyway, Spawn, Shadow of Spawn. This is completely the opposite of that. You don't need to read this. It's not necessary. But if you like Spawn, you will probably like this. Yeah, very similar. This is non-canon Spawn. Very similar to the Al Simmons Hellspawn. This is like Ken Kurosawa, I think his name is. Still get great, like, action kind of art and panels here. So definitely in the Todd McFarlane kind of spirit, but different. So yeah, it was fun. This is the complete collection. I highly doubt there'll ever be any more Spawn manga. But yeah, here it is. The whole thing in English. Love it or leave it. Let's see. Let's go over the westerns real quick. I think in the future I'll be reviewing westerns 3 at a time when it comes to these kind of like more current modern pulp westerns. I don't even know what to call this. I was like, you want to call it adult western, but like, for example, something like this is a lot more tame than this. Like, they really can't be in the same genre. But effectively, for this channel, we're just going to call these adult westerns because just out of simplicity. If somebody knows what to call this, like in like the John Stone and Ralph Compton kind of era westerns, what are we calling these? I don't know. Contemporary western? That doesn't make sense either. So for now, this is just going to get lumped in as adult western, and it's just going to be not not that descriptive. We'll say not non-erotic adult western. There's erotic stuff in here, but it's not like a theme. But anyway, so yeah, spoiler, you just saw 2 of the next 3. I read Jake Logan. This is my first Slocum Pikes Peak Shootout. It was awesome. It was great. I'm definitely reading more. Um, yeah, Jake Logan, unlike the other, well, the majority of these adult Western stars, he is not always the good guy. So in this one, um, he robs a bank, and now he's trying to figure out where the gold is from the bank robbery. And yeah, it was great. It was awesome. I loved it. I'm gonna read another one. I'm gonna buy a couple more. This is number 185. So yeah, looking forward to reading more Slocum in the future, and you'll see like a little review shortly. Wolf Stockburn, Railroad Detective, Max O'Hara. This is book one in a series. Wolf Stockburn from Pinnacle Westerns. This was also a gift from Thomas McNulty. I think he sent me the second one as well. And actually, there's four books in the series. So anyway, when I finish the series, I'll review the series as a whole, and then I'll review the individual books and those three parters. So this is pretty good. This was good. I like this. This was like the adult westerns, but like I said, not as graphic. So it's like something I could hand my dad, basically, and not have to blush about it. So yeah, Max O'Hara, Wolf Stockburn. We'll reveal the actual name of the author. Max O'Hara is just a pen name. Once we complete the series, tie everything up. But yeah, this was cool. Railroad Detective, Wolf Stockburn. Looking forward to the next one. All right, moving along. We got Alaska. This is another gift. This is crazy. This was from Logan. Send me this. These reading a lot of gifted books here. Thank you. Thanks, guys. James Michener, Alaska. So when I got this, this seems like this book is confrontational, and then just the size of it and the print is small and everything, and it's like, well, it's just a story about Alaska, really. And then at the used bookstore, I see this author. All his books are like this. You're like, what the hell's going on here? So I know at some point I was going to have to read a James Michener book, and why not this one? But alas, I'll just be honest with you. I'm not up for reading this all at once. I'm just not. I know myself. So, but I do want to read it. And so I read the prehistorical portion of the book. So that's there. This is all like woolly mammoths, different tribes kind of crossing the Bering Strait, coming across the land bridge from Eurasia or Russia now to Alaska. And yeah, from here is it seems like Cossack kind of groups, and yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm gonna split this up basically into, I don't know, 7 or 8 parts. Get through this, but yeah, pretty cool. I'll review it at the end. So far so good. I didn't think I would like the beginning, but there's like a section that's all about these woolly mammoths, and before that, mastodons kind of roaming through the area. And yeah, it's shocking when the viewpoint goes from these animals kind of just, roaming through the area, then they encounter these human beings. And yeah, the story picks up pace from there. And then I don't know what's going to happen, but looking forward to it. So in a similar vein, once I got this book, I was like, I need to read this, but jeez, it's a lot, right? Well, it's 10 books. this one is admittedly 10 different books. So I finished book 1 of The Great Book of Amber. What was book 1 called? Book 1 is Nine Princes in Amber. Book 2 is Guns of Avalon. And yeah, it read fast. It read fast. I was tempted to just read book 2, but I'm trying to pace myself a little bit. And yeah, hopefully sooner than later I'll have finished my first. This will be my first Roger Zelazny book. That was my first Roger Zelazny book. And I gotta say, book number 1, almost no idea what's going on. And the main character doesn't know what's going on. And then all of a sudden, he does. All of a sudden, he does know what's going on after having sex with a mermaid lady. Except for I still don't know what's going on, but the main character knows everything that's going on. And he goes from just being wandering around alone and confused to leading like an armada of like 350 warships. And I'm just like, I still don't know what's going on here. Will I ever figure out what's going on? The Great Book of Amber. It might take me 10 books to find out. No, the first 5 books are the main character is Corwin, and then it's a different main character for the second 5. So after I read the first 5, I'll do a review. And I'll explain everything that's going on, because it will all make sense by then. Great Book of Amber. So that's what I read. I don't want to do TBRs at the moment because I'm just kind of naturally flowing through the books, and I don't want to set any impediments or anything like that. So running out of words here, and I'll just tell you that I'm reading Donald E. Westlake. Somebody owes me money. Right, that's the name of this one. Yep. Awesome. I read one Donald Westlake book before. This one's a lot different. I'll review this one individually, and one of the goals for 2026 is to read more of these hard case crime kind of books. I'm pretty weak on this genre, so yeah, more of that for 2026. I guess I'll make a 2026 goals type video. I don't know, but something like that. Something like that's coming up. We'll see. And Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all that good stuff. Until next time, find somewhere to hide, find something to read. Peace.